So, can you edit 4K high quality video on the 2021 iPad mini using Lumafusion? That's what we're going to find out in this video. Now, before we get started, this video is sponsored by our friends over at Envato Elements. If you make videos for YouTube or for professional clients, then definitely check out Envato Elements. Their website has everything that you could possibly need to get your video done, including tons of stock footage, sound effects, plugins, graphics, even presentations if you want to impress your client. And during this video, I'm going to be using some of the video clips from Envato in this Lumafusion project. So let's jump into it. So for this test project, I want to bring in some ultra high K 4K video, and we're doing a little promotional video for Buckle & Band, which is an Apple Watch strap band. And what we want to do is we want to show off some of the Apple straps that are used for people who go to the gym or work out. Now, if you're working with a client who has a small budget, or maybe you just didn't get all of the shots you needed, then using something like Envato Elements is actually really cool, because you can go on their website, you can go onto stock video here, and then you can type in fitness. And you can see I'm doing this all within the iPad mini. So you can essentially browse through these clips here, and there's absolutely thousands of clips of fitness, of running, of weightlifting, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just going to find a few shots that I like. I think this one could be a good one here, and it's just a guy kind of lifting up some weights. You can preview it full screen even on the iPad mini, and I think that's going to work really, really well. So yeah, I like that. So I'm going to go through here. I'm going to download a few clips and put them on this external hard drive. Okay, so now we've found a few clips. Next, I'm going to go to music, and I want to find a good kind of rock track to use, well, like a modern rock track to use for this video. So again, let's have a look down the side here. We're going to go filter, and want something a little bit like hip hop sounding really. So let's tick that. Let's see what comes up. And I've got some nice beats here. Now you can preview all of these before you download them. Sounds pretty good, pretty nice. So I'm going to spend a time going through this, trying to find some tracks. But what you notice, and you don't get this on all music services, you'll notice on the right hand side here, it says 2 tracks. And what that means is you might sometimes get a smaller intro track, maybe you're doing a radio show or something like that. You can use the 15-20 second version of the song, or there might be a 3-minute version of the song. So keep a lookout for that. If you want your video to be broken up with the same piece of music, this is really handy. So I'm going to spend a bit of time. I've got some video clips. Now I'm going to get some sound effects and music, and then let's try opening up in Lumafusion and see how it does. Okay, so we're now in Lumafusion. I'm going to create a new project, and this is called Fitness Video, which you can see here. Let's connect the Samsung T5 drive. This is where I've stored all of the video files, and that's one of the great things actually about the iPad mini, this year's version, is that you can connect external SSD drive directly into the iPad mini. So if you are downloading clips from a camera, we use the Sony a7S III, an iPhone, you can put them straight on here and then use them directly within Lumafusion. And if you're not aware, Lumafusion's recently been updated so you can edit from the external hard drive. So even like me, if you've got the 64GB model of the iPad mini, it doesn't matter. You can use a 500GB, 2TB hard drive if you want, and edit from this. So this could be, if it works, a really good portable machine, especially if you're maybe going traveling for a little while. This could be really good. So let's bring in a few of these clips here. So let's start out with this shot here that we saw earlier on, and this guy here. So this is 1.5 gigabytes as well. So we can see here this plays back nice and smoothly in the preview window. The guy picks up the weights. Looks nice and smooth. Let's get this onto the timeline. I'm going to go through and pick a few more clips. I think that one's going to be nice. Marked in and out on there. Okay, that's nice. Let's get that there. So it's coming together nicely. What I'm going to do, let's get actually a little shot of the Buckle & Band shots. We're going to tease that in here at this point. What have we got here? Let's play the shot through. This is a shot of the packaging. Now I've got a long shot here, so that's quite nice. I think let's have it. That's a bit of Slow movement there. That'll do for the moment. We're going to put that in. Let's get another workout shot. This person on a exercise bike. Let's just drag that in. Let's get another shot of the watch. Just see when the movement starts happening, about there. And it's very, very fluid. That's what I would say. And it's always been this way with Lumafusion, but as you're going into smaller and smaller devices, you would think by now it would be kind of struggling or chugging along. All of these, by the way, the shots here of the watch bands are all 10-bit shots from a Sony a7S III in 10-bit. And you can see they're a little bit flat looking there because of the picture profile. So let's double click into that. Let's see how well and quickly you can color grade this. So let's click original. So I'm going to just pull up the brightness slightly. Let's put the contrast up for this, saturation up a little bit, to get it looking a bit more like it does in real life. Vibrance, let's pull that up a little bit there. The highlights, refine, shadows. Let's bring down the shadows a little bit actually, to about there. The reds, look, let's bring the reds down a tad. The blue, let's bring them down a tad, because that's what it looks like in real life. So just a subtle color correction there. Let's have a look on and off. And let's just go back to the timeline, just see if that plays through okay. So we can see no stuttering at all there. Obviously we haven't added any sound effects or anything yet, so I'm just doing this as quick as possible, by the way, just to show you how this works. So we can see here, this music here we've got from Envato Elements. It's one of the versions I mentioned where you get different lengths of the clip. So you can see we've got short, a teaser, and the full clip. I'm just going to bring in the full clip, and I'm going to drag it down to the timeline. Let's just drag it right to the start. Boom, like so. And let's play through it. Let's play it back, and let's see. Let's play it full screen as well, and just see how so far it plays back. Now I'm not noticing any drop frames at all. This is playing back really smoothly. Obviously quite a basic timeline at the moment, but this is full 4K. A lot of it is 10-bit footage as well, especially this clip here. And you can see it's a very slow movement, and what you're noticing is no stutters at all, which is really good to see. There we go. So that's the timeline so far. Let's maybe add in a title, just because we can. Let's go down here. Let's add in an overlay title. Let's change that about. I'm just gonna, just because this one's a bit more memory intensive. Let's just pop that in there. Your text here. Change the text. Test. Done. Okay, let's play that through. Let's just see if this plays back smoothly. Not bad at all, is it? And considering how small this is, I mean, this isn't much bigger than an iPhone, and it's editing like a champ. It's absolutely smashing this 4K footage, titles, graphics. Let's make these edits a bit quicker, so it has to work a bit harder. Let's make some really sort of faster changes, and let's layer up some more clips actually. Let's put what options we haven't used that. I know this doesn't now work too well, but I just want to layer up some clips, to be honest. Let's just play back a few clips on top of each other. Boom. Let's drag that one on top again. Boom. Let's drag that one on top again. Boom. Let's drag that one on top again. And this is 50 frames a second, this clip here as well, that you can see. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to slow it down as well, so it's going to have to work really hard on this. It's going to slow this footage down. We've got some other 4K clips below it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips. it's got playing the same clip twice, which is often quite hard, and it's going to slow that clip down. Let's play these back through to see if there's any stutters. Oh, slowing down a little bit there. It's actually paused there, which is strange because it's playing the music. So let's go back and see what's happening there on the timeline. So it's so it doesn't want to play that top clip. Ooh, it looks like we might have broke it. So let's remove that clip there to see if the rest plays back fine. Okay, now that's all playing back fine. Let's just try putting it back in again. Maybe it was a glitch, maybe this is the limitation, but let's have a look. So, there it is, 50 frames a second. Let's chop him down a bit. It's quite a long clip. Let's play it back at full speed, see what happens. Oh, it is struggling a bit there. So you can see maybe that's, on this project at least, I mean, let's be honest, this is quite a deep project. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4K high-end clips. And it's playing the rest back fine, but it does seem to have broken the timeline a little bit. Let's go back out of the project. So it looks like we might have broken the iPad mini. Now let's just see. Let's just close this project down. Maybe it could be the hard drive as well. So let's play this back again. No, it doesn't seem to want to do it. So maybe that's the limitation. Let's take this clip off here. And you can see it's playing back the rest of the project there, but it just goes to show there are slight limitations, obviously, then with this iPad mini. It's not playing back perfectly smooth with tons of clips in. But if you know, how often do you have, 5 4K clips in a timeline? Probably not very often, but it just shows there is some limitation here. Maybe it's the RAM, maybe it's something else. Let me know in the comment section below if you know. But it is playing back okay without the 5th clip there. Let's have a look here. Let's basically chop off this. Let's delete that. And let's try exporting this clip. It's 48 seconds long. Let's see how long it will take us to export this. So we're going to export the movie. Let's export it to photos in 4K, 25 frames a second, ultra video quality, 150 frames per second. Let's do it. Let's see how long it takes. Now I can say my 2018 iPad Pro that I've got down here, that I use with Lumafusion all the time, still works absolutely fantastically. And I've had no reason to really update this at all because it still works really, really well. And I do a lot of video projects on this iPad. So it's interesting to see the difference between the iPad mini. So I've actually got an error here as well. It says export write error. There was an error reading media in your project. So it does look like it's struggling there. Let's just try playing it again. So it could be maybe something to do with a hard drive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to completely close Lumafusion off. I'm going to exit the hard drive, and then we're going to plug in again. Okay, so we've just unplugged the Samsung T5 drive. It could be the drive. We've opened up the project again. It looks like it's detecting all okay. Let's play it back through and just see if it plays back nice and smoothly. Little glitch there, nothing too bad. This is obviously the 5 clips. Titles come in fine. Here comes the 10-bit Sony A7S III. So it's now playing back fine, so it could have been a problem there with the hard drive. Let's try and export now. So I'm going to export it, movie, photos. Let's do, I think Ultra is a bit high. Let's do extreme 100 megabytes per second, 4K, 25 frames a second. Let's hit the export button and let's see how fast it does it. Now you can see there, it's only a 48-second clip, but it's exporting pretty quickly. And that's one of the things I love about Lumafusion, is that it's so fast. It's really quick. It's available now. If you've got an M1 Mac, if you've purchased it on your iPad before, you can actually grab it on your new M1 or M1 Pro or Max MacBook Pro, which is really good. And it acts even faster on there. So I do love Lumafusion. If you don't know as well, we do actually make some Lumafusion keyboard covers As you can see there, if you're wondering what that was on the keyboard, this is a Lumafusion keyboard cover for the iPad. Now, of course, oh, it's just finished. So that was really fast. So let's see, go into photos. And we've got it today, 48 seconds. Let's get the volume on. Playing back lovely. And the thing as well, if you're using clips like this, as I mentioned, they're professional shots. You know, these aren't done by amateurs, so you can really improve the look of your video. For this, I mean, this isn't a real promo that we're doing, but we have made one like this before. And because we're trying to show off gym-related Apple Watch straps, just interjecting them with some people at the gym working out can really help tell your story. And sometimes you just need an extra shot or a sound effect to tell your story. So this is what it's great for. And you know, the iPad mini handling it like a champ there. We did have a little problem that you saw earlier. I don't know if it was maybe to do with the hard drive. It didn't replicate itself again the second time we tried. So it looks like if you're thinking of getting the iPad mini 2021 for some light video editing, or even slightly heavy video editing, this could be the machine for you. Especially now you can edit with an external drive. That's really, really handy. Yes, it is a little bit small, and personally, I think I would stick with the iPad Air or iPad Pro size. But you know, if you want a second monitor for your camera, if you just want to do some work on the go, it's pretty good. I like using this as a notepad. So anyway, let me know in the comment section below, would you use an iPad mini to edit video, or is it just too damn small for you to see that video viewer? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks again to Envato for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you in the next one.